Alright, everyone, good morning. Today is Saturday, March 15th, 2025 at 09:28. And today we have our day one outlook. And this one's actually pretty serious, too. More serious than yesterday. Today we have a very, very, very rare high risk today. That is a level 5 out of 5. That's for parts of Mississippi and Alabama. Starting that we have this moderate risk extending from Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, a little bit of Florida, Tennessee has a little bit of that too, and Georgia also having a little bit of that. Starting that we have the enhanced risk that goes from Louisiana through Mississippi, Tennessee, over into Georgia and Florida. Slight risk, we've got a little bit of, just a teeny bit of Texas, if you can see that little over there. We got Louisiana, Arkansas, up into Tennessee, Kentucky, out into Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, up even a little bit of Virginia, having a little bit of Indiana there too, having the slight as well. And then the marginal risk we've got going from Texas through Louisiana, Arkansas a little bit, Missouri. We have Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, a little bit Kentucky, up into Michigan, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. So that we do have a very busy day today, especially out here. So anyway, we've got Birmingham, Jackson, Tuscaloosa, Hoover, and Hattiesburg under the high risk. New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Montgomery, Mobile, Columbus under the moderate risk. Nashville, Atlanta, Knoxville, Tallahassee, and Lafayette under the enhanced risk. Memphis, Louisville, Lexington, Fayette, Lake Charles, and Asheville under the slight risk, and Detroit, Indianapolis, Columbus, Charlotte, and Cleveland under the marginal. So we have all 5 risks for today. So let's see what we've got for today's risks. Looks like the most significant risk here is the tornado threat. It's really high today. So we got Mississippi and Alabama under that 30% hatched. We do also have the 15% hatched risk. That's for Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, Georgia, and Tennessee. We got the 10% hatched for Louisiana, Mississippi, Tennessee. Let's see, Georgia and Florida, it looks like. We got the 5% that extends from Louisiana, Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, out into North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. We also have the 2% that extends from Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, West Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida, up into Michigan as well. So, yes, very busy day today. So we do have Nashville, New Orleans, Atlanta, Birmingham, and Baton Rouge under the significant severe. We have Birmingham, Jackson, Tuscaloosa, Hoover, and Hattiesburg under the 30% hatched. We got New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Montgomery, Mobile, and Columbus under the 15% hatched. We have Nashville, Atlanta, Knoxville, Chattanooga, and Tallahassee under the 15% or 10%. We got Memphis, Lake Charles, Asheville, Greenville, and Owensboro under the 5%. And we got Detroit, Indianapolis, Columbus, Charlotte, and Toledo under the 2%. So we got a very busy day today. So long track tornadoes are evidently expected today, I hate to say. We do expect long track tornadoes, some of which could be strong, EF3, EF4, EF5 possible. So please be mindful of that. That is a possibility. Today's damaging wind outlook. Again, this website is going to reset on me. I will tell you, it's not going to be me whenever it resets. Today's damaging wind outlook, we just have a little bit of Mississippi, Alabama, but mainly Tennessee under the 45% hatched area. We've got Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, and Tennessee under the hatched area of a 30%. But we do have just a little bit of Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida under the normal 30%, as well as a little bit of Tennessee. We do have the 15%, for Louisiana, a bit of Arkansas, Mississippi, Tennessee, Kentucky, up into Indiana, over into Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. And we do have this 5% here that extends from Texas, Louisiana, up into Arkansas, Tennessee, Missouri, Kentucky, Illinois, Indiana. There you go. See, reset on me, but I was able to save it. Ohio, Kentucky, West Virginia, both Carolinas, Georgia, and Florida, as well as up into Michigan, out into Pennsylvania also. So we do have a very busy day. So again, some of our cities that are impacted with today's risks. We have Atlanta, Birmingham, Montgomery, Columbus, and Jackson under a slight. Oh my gosh, I'm messing up today. Atlanta, Birmingham, Montgomery, Columbus, and Jackson are under the significant severe. We got Chattanooga, Murfreesboro, Cleveland, Columbia, and Dothan under the 45% hatched. We got Nashville, Atlanta, Birmingham, Montgomery, and Mobile under the 30% hatched. We got New Orleans, Louisville, Lexington, Fayette, Baton Rouge, and Tallahassee under the 15%. We got Detroit, Indianapolis, Columbus, Memphis, and Charlotte under the 5%. So I definitely will say we could see damaging winds of 60 to 80, 85 miles per hour, 90 mile per hour, 100 mile per hour possible gusts, especially in that 45% hatched area. That is a possibility. 30% hatched, as well as the 30%, we could see damaging winds of 60 to 85 miles per hour. So please be mindful of that. 15%, we could just see isolated wind gusts of 60 to 80 miles per hour. And 5%, we could just see 60 to 75 miles per hour. So please be mindful of wherever you are that wind is going to be a threat today. Excuse me, the smallest threat, the hail, we only have the 30% here. 30% hatched for parts of Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. We do have the 15% hatched for parts of Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, up into Tennessee. We do have the normal 15% going from a little bit of Florida through Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky, out into Arkansas, a little bit of Louisiana and Texas. And then the 5% goes from Texas through Louisiana, Arkansas, up into Missouri, up into Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. So that's the hail risk for today. So we do have, let's see, we got New Orleans, Birmingham, Baton Rouge, Montgomery, and Mobile under the significant severe. We got Birmingham, Jackson, Mississippi, Huntsville, Tuscaloosa, and Hoover under the 30% hatched. We got Memphis, Nashville, New Orleans, Atlanta, and Baton Rouge under the 15%, either hatched or irregular, depending on where they are. And Indianapolis, Cincinnati, Louisville, Fort Wayne, and Shreveport under the 5%. So yes, we do have 30% here. We could see hailstones of at least 3 inches, maybe even 4 inches possible. 15%, we could just see 1 to 3 inch hail possible. 5%, we could just see 1 to 2 inch possible. Please be mindful wherever you are that you are under a risk. But here we go, our summary for today, which I would agree with the SPC with this. A tornado outbreak is expected across the central Gulf Coast states and deep south into the Tennessee Valley. Numerous significant tornadoes, some of which could be long track and potentially violent, are expected this afternoon and evening. The most dangerous tornado threat should begin across eastern Louisiana and Mississippi during the late morning to afternoon, spread across Alabama late today into the evening, and reach western parts of the Florida Panhandle and Georgia tonight. So, yeah, please be weather aware. Please stay safe. Even all day today, make sure you have a way of getting warned. So, anyway, there's today's hail risk. There's today's damaging wind risk. There is today's tornado risk. And there is our day 1 outlook. I do really hope you stay weather aware and stay safe. And make sure you have a way of getting warned. Even after you go to bed tonight, make sure you have your cell phone, your NOAA weather radio, your TV, something to wake you up in the middle of the night for a tornado warning that will likely be issued for your area today. So anyway, that's going to be it for me. If there's any more updates, I will be back to update. But other than that, that's going to be it for now. Please stay weather aware, stay safe, watch the sky, and watch the warnings. I will see you in the next video.